If you want to make money online but have no idea where to start, this is for you. A lot of people think that they need thousands of followers before they can get noticed, get clients, or make money online. And from my experience, that is one of the biggest limiting beliefs keeping people stuck. The size of your audience matters far less than how clearly you speak to a specific person with a specific problem that you can specifically solve. You can make your first sale today with a very small audience, and sometimes even from your first few posts when your offer and message are actually clear. Today, I want to walk you through the exact blueprint for making your first $5,000 online. And I really want to paint the picture for you that this does not require perfection, it does not require a huge audience, and it does not require a super complicated funnel. So grab a notebook or open your notes app on your phone, because this can completely change the way you think about building your online business. First, we need to talk about why so many creators and aspiring online business owners never actually reach their first $5,000. Because it's usually not because they're lazy or not talented enough. What I've noticed is that most people know how to start creating content, but they do not know how to turn content into revenue. They post helpful things, inspirational things, educational things, and entertaining things, but they never create a clear path for someone to actually buy from them. So what happens is they spend all their time creating, researching, editing, posting, engaging, and trying to grow. And people will watch their stories or comment on their posts and tell them how helpful they are. But when it's time to sell, nobody buys. And the reason is not because their audience hates them or because they need more followers. It's just that their audience has never been taught to see them as someone with a paid solution. So I call this the content to revenue problem. You have visibility, maybe even engagement, but you do not have revenue. Raise your hand if you can relate. You become known as someone who gives value, but not necessarily someone people hires or buys from or invests in. And eventually that becomes incredibly frustrating because it feels like you're doing everything right and still not making money. And let's face it, content creation is a full-time job. It takes a lot of time. So you want to be seeing results that prove that it's worth the effort. That is why I always say content alone is actually not the business. Content supports the business. But if there's no clear offer underneath it all, you are building attention without a monetization path. The second thing I see all the time is paralysis by analysis. This is when people spend all of their time learning, planning, organizing, and perfecting instead of actually selling. They redesign their logo 5 times or rebuild their website, obsess over their Canva graphics, watch endless YouTube tutorials, and convince themselves they're being productive. But none of those things are usually what creates their first or next sale. A messy launch will always be a perfect launch that never happens. The fastest way to learn what works is to actually take action and talk to real people, aka your audience. Now let's get into the actual blueprint. If you want to make your first $5,000 online, the first thing you need to understand is that money online comes from paid offers. You need something to sell, and it has to be something people are willing to pay for. And you need to sell it clearly enough that the right person can immediately understand why it matters to them. Once you have that, everything else gets so much easier. Your content gets easier and your messaging gets easier because now you know what direction you are actually moving in. So step 1 is to choose your monetization path. You have to decide how you are going to make money. There are 2 main paths and both can work, but one is usually much faster for beginners. The first path is the high ticket path. This is when you sell a higher priced offer to a smaller number of people. For example, if you sell a $1,000 service, coaching package, or program, you only need 5 sales to make your first 5K. That's a lot simpler than trying to make hundreds of tiny sales, especially when you're just starting out. This path works especially well when your audience is small. You do not need thousands of people watching you to make 5 sales. The second path is the low ticket path. This is when you sell a lower priced offer to a larger number of people. For example, you could sell a $100 digital product and make $5,000 from 50 sales. Or or a $50 digital product and make 100 sales. This path can work beautifully when you already have a bigger audience or an email list or good traffic or some kind of built-in visibility. From my experience, if you're starting from scratch or still growing your audience, the high ticket path is usually the fastest way to make your first K online. It allows you to get client results sooner and build confidence faster. Also, a note here that if you implement paid advertising and learn how to implement paid traffic, you can also make a lot of sales with the low ticket offer if you constantly optimize your numbers. So if you are techie, I will sometimes recommend the low ticket path. With that being said, it also depends on your skills and what you already have authority in. If you have a marketing background and can help business owners run Facebook ads, it makes sense to sell a higher value service. But if you are, let's say, a real estate agent thinking about selling templates to other agents, then a lower ticket digital product makes more sense. The point is not that one is universally better than the other or everyone should follow one path. The point is choosing intentionally and strategically for your expertise and for your audience instead of trying to do everything at once and following a path that doesn't serve you. Ultimately, I want you to have an entire offer suite for your business, ranging from lower ticket items to mid-priced items to higher ticket offers. So once you make your first 5K with one funnel, you can totally expand and create higher or lower ticket offers and go from there. Step number 2, create an offer people actually want. Once you know your monetization path, the next step is creating an irresistible offer that people actually want to buy, and it's a no-brainer to buy. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people talking too much about what their offer includes instead of what transformation it delivers. Nobody wakes up and thinks, I would love to buy a coaching program today. They wake up thinking about the result they want, the frustration they're in, or the problem that they want solved. That is why your offer has to focus on transformation. You need to clearly communicate who you help, what problem you solve, and what outcome they can expect, how you can get them from point A to point B. Think about this formula. I help this type of person solve this problem so they can get this result in this amount of time. That one shift and that one formula alone can make your entire business feel clearer. So instead of saying, I offer 3 calls, templates, and a workbook, you want to say something like, I help busy professionals negotiate higher salaries so they can earn more without changing jobs in 30 days. Or I help busy moms lose fat at home in just 20 minutes a day. When your offer promise is clear, people understand why they should care, and clarity is what creates conversion. This is when people are like, take my money. Step 3 is choosing one platform and owning it. Choose the platform where you will position yourself as an authority, as a professional business account. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to be everywhere at once. They try to post on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Threads, email, and maybe even start a podcast on top of that. And then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed and inconsistent. What I've noticed is that spreading your energy across too many platforms slows your progress dramatically. It's so much more effective to choose one primary platform and focus on building trust and conversions there first. If Instagram is your main platform, then optimize your bio so that it clearly says what you do, who you help, and what people should do next. Whether that call to action is booking a call, buying a product, or joining your email list, it needs to be obvious. You want people to start associating your name with a specific problem and a specific solution. Get a few sales and then refine and then expand. Once you have your offer and your platform, the next piece is building consistent daily habits that actually create revenue and that actually move the business forward. Most people think success comes from random bursts of motivation, but in reality, it comes from simple actions repeated consistently. The first habit is publishing. Every day, you want to share something that keeps you visible. That could be a post, a story, a reel, a short form video, an email, or a podcast clip. The point is not to be perfect. The point is to keep showing up so people remember you exist. The second habit is engagement. That means replying to comments, answering DMs, talking to people in your niche, and actually building relationships. These conversations matter so much much more than people realize. The third habit is selling, and this is where many people freeze. Every single day, you want your business to have some form of sales activity happening. That might be a direct sales conversation, a call to action in your content, following up with a lead, or running ads so your offer is being shown to new people consistently. The fourth habit is learning. You want to spend a little bit of time each day improving your skills. So whether that be marketing, messaging, sales, content creation, systems, or getting better at the actual problem you solve, your business grows as you grow. And the final fifth habit is reviewing. At the end of the day and at the end of the week, ask yourself what actually moved the needle, because this reflection helps you stop wasting time on things that feel productive but do not lead to revenue. It also helps you become a much smarter business owner much faster. One of the most powerful things you can do when you are trying to hit your first $5,000 online is simplify. So step 5 is to follow the rule of ones. Instead of trying 10 strategies at once, pick one main offer, one main platform, and one main strategy for getting clients or customers. Stay with that until you hit your first $5,000, $10,000, and $100,000. This is what creates momentum. Focus creates momentum. A lot of creators stay stuck because they are constantly chasing shiny objects. One week they want to do high-ticket coaching, the next week they want to sell a digital product, then they want to become a UGC creator, then they launch a membership, then they start a YouTube channel. And trying to do all of them at once is usually what keeps people from making real money. The fastest path to results is committing to one approach long enough to refine it. That is how you get traction. So here's a success story from a Business Academy student, and I'm going to share all the numbers here to show you how possible it is to make money online, even if it's your first dollar. Sarah used to work as an HR director, and after the pandemic, she had a baby, so she really wanted to commit to making money from home. She had around 500 LinkedIn connections and fewer than 200 Instagram followers. She had never sold anything online before, but she has real expertise and honed in on people's pain point of not knowing how to get a raise and not having support around it. So Sarah decided to create a one-on-one salary negotiation intensive program. She now charges $997 for it, but the first time she launched it, she offered it at $397 to get initial clients and testimonials. She reached out to around 50 people in her network with personal messages explaining what she's building and asking if they know anyone who might benefit. 6 people respond, and 4 of them booked discovery calls. Out of those 4 calls, 3 people joined her beta offer. That's $1,191 in revenue before launch because she had a clear offer for a specific problem. Then Sarah started growing her audience and email list through content and lead generation. She got new subscribers who are specifically interested in increasing their salaries. In 3 weeks, she added around 500 new subscribers onto her email list, and after helping those first few clients during her beta program and getting them results, she collected testimonials, launched the program again at $997, and with just a 1% conversion rate for her email list, she crossed her first $5,000 online. The most important driving force behind all of this was that she did not wait to implement. She did not wait for everything to be perfect. She got clear, made an offer, talked to real people, got results, and refine from there. And now it's your turn. The people who make money online make one very important decision before the money ever shows up. They decide that it is possible for them, and they start acting like it. They stop sitting on the sidelines just consuming content and hoping something clicks one day. They actually take action and start building. If this clicked for you, I would love to invite you to join the Wanderlover Business Academy 4.0. It is officially live and open for enrollment. The Business Academy is my step-by-step program designed to help you go from idea to your first $5,000 online. It is built for the person who wants a freedom-based online business, but you have no idea where to start and you don't want to overcomplicate the process. Inside the Academy, I walk you through everything we talked about today. You'll learn how to define your niche, create your first profitable offer, position yourself as an authority online, and build a simple system that leads to your first clients or customers. You also get access to the Wanderlover Business Academy Coach GPT, which is like having an AI business strategist trained on my frameworks available to you around the clock. So anytime you have a question, it's right there waiting to answer your question. It can help you refine or decide on your niche, shape your offer, generate content ideas, and map out your first 5K plan from your current skills and experience. And then beyond that, I help you scale because your first 5K is just the beginning. We've had hundreds of success stories through this program. So if you are ready to stop overthinking and actually start building your online business, click the link in the description and come join us inside. I would absolutely love to support you on this journey. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or send me a message on Instagram. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next episode.